Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. I really humbled in your presence. Uh, I'll start by telling a little bit about me. Why I got into fitness and everything. In my childhood, I was not really a bright student. I had a lot of failures, and in my uh, like in schooling, I had a lot of health problems. I had migraine, so I took some medications that has caused me to gain a lot of weight. Also, when I went to my college, I had in 40 subjects I failed in 18 of them. I have learning disabilities like dyslexia and ADD, so I had to manage that effectively to actually do my studies. But when I came to Australia, and I mean, after that, I started into getting into fitness, like eating healthy, working out. So after coming to Australia, thankfully I'm having a decent GPA of 6, so it's good. And when I look back, it's mostly to do with diet and exercise that has really helped me to become a great person. So I'll start with my topic. That's being healthy and fit. It's a lifestyle choice to greatness and happiness. Obviously, we have tricked you into coming by saying pizza and all. so, we, uh, okay, this is a troll on internet. So if you see, in 1990 the TVs were fad, and now the trend is like reverse. I'm hoping to inspire people to reverse the trend, not with the TVs, only with the people. So I've collected some data about the Australian scenario right now. So the health situation basically. So 2 in 3 Australians are adults are overweight or obese. So if you are not right now, maybe in the future you might likely to be obese. So what it means is like it is the leading or second leading cause of a lot of diseases, which I'll be talking in a moment. And to put that in perspective, it's like 280 Australians develop diabetes every single day. Again, that is one person every 5 minutes. So these are the diseases I was talking about. Basically, diabetes, that's very obvious. Osteoarthritis, which is joint pain, like cardiovascular diseases, a variety of cancers. And if you look at the statistics, it's like 4 million plus days are lost because of these diseases, because they are trying to care, I mean, because of the diseases, they are missing the work. Which accounts to around 50 billion being spent by every people, and in per person it's around 4,900 per person for an year spending. So whenever I do something, it's really important to figure out why you're doing something. So for me, the reason is to have self-respect for your body. Yeah, God has given you a great body, so respect that, take care of it. And also, its second thing is like maximizing me. What I mean by that is like being very productive, utilizing your body to your fullest, your mental capacity to your fullest. And this is a good saying. I mean, I go with it's like you might have 100 excuses to not to do it, but you need only one reason to do it. Okay, when I tell you to get fit, you might think, oh, it's very hard, the food is not tasty, all that stuff. But if you figure out that one reason why you want to do it, that'll be overcoming all the excuses you have. And you also need to have a vision of how your body is going to look in future. So if you're fat right now, you should imagine in future, like, okay, you're thin, you're becoming healthy, you're more productive. And second thing is a time frame, because I'm very big time procrastinator. So if I don't have a time frame, I'm basically not going to do it. So fix a time frame like 6 months or 8 months, I'm going to achieve it. Uh, I'll tell you a short story. So what, in terms of what you can expect of being healthy. So when you wake up, you will have more energy to do your maybe some reading. Go, I mean, for go to your classes. Some people might be working. then you can avoid diseases, which will help you to keep your medical costs down. You live longer. You will have better mental health. All that will give you, empower you with a lot of confidence and a lot of skills. You will look better. It will, clothes fit better. You look better, and you look better naked also. That means more sex. After that, you'll sleep. Then happily ever after, they lived happily ever after. So it's not your fault that you're becoming fat these days. It's a lot to do with the capitalistic environment. I mean, the economy that's in you're in. So the food is very biologically addictive. If you see in a study, rats were 8 times more likely to go for sugar than cocaine. So that's the kind of addiction that you're dealing with. So your willpower is just a fiction right now. And the food environment is becoming extremely toxic with lots of flavor enhancers, preservatives, all that stuff. Food is not actually tasting like whole real food right now. It's very tasty, okay, than usual. And if you see, the food industry is also corrupted by money, meaning like you might see sustainably sourced cane sugar or chlorine-free processed cane sugar. All that doesn't make sense. It's just marketing. You're still getting sugar, so it doesn't make sense. And if you see, obesity and chronic diseases are becoming contagious, meaning you might see your friends or relatives becoming sick, and you think it's normal to get diabetes, and you will eventually get it, so you don't have to care, but you have a choice. So if you're not gonna, if you listen to this presentation and then you still end up obese, it's your fault. So this is one of the main things that you should look when you select any diet or anything. So the first important thing is calorie balance, which will account to 50% of your success. That's calories in versus calories out. How much you eat versus how much you spend. If you have very active health lifestyle, you'll spend more. So that's number one. So you have to eat less to lose weight, eat more to build muscle. Second thing is macronutrients, which I'll talk in a minute. The remaining part is not really that important. And if you see that 5% supplements, that's where all the advertisement is all about. Oh, this crazy new pill. Okay, if you take that, you'll lose weight. But always read the fine print. It works with a healthy diet as well. That's what they write. So basically, don't expect the supplements to work for you. So macros, it's very simple. I would imagine everybody knows about it. So protein gives you 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrate gives you 4 calories, fat is calorie dense, 9 calories, and alcohol gives you 7 calories, probably you wouldn't have guessed, and mostly they will not display the nutrition facts there. So count your spirits and beer. Also, you might see some marketing technique like 99.9% carb-free beer. So you think it's healthy. It's not really not. You are still taking alcohol. So water is 100% calorie-free. So drink as much you want. Drink maybe a liter, half a liter to a liter of water in the morning. It will help you clear all the toxins. You'll feel healthier and your skin becomes clearer. Now, when you go out for shopping, this might be a good guide to help you. So, this is a star rating, which is pretty simple. Higher the star rating, healthier it is. And second thing is nutrition facts. So, over there you need to see the calories, which you need to minimize. That's the red one there. Yellow one, again, reduce. That's a fat, trans fat. The green one, you should get more of. That fiber should be high, protein should be high. So the slides I'm going to give you as a link at the end of the presentation to download, so don't worry about it. This is Chips nutrition facts information from an Australian brand. So if you see there, the serving size is 28 grams. So anybody have a guess how many grams does a packet of chips has? Any guesses? Oh, perfect. Yeah, around 180 to 200 close. Yeah, it's so nobody eats a serving, which is like a handful of chips. You basically eat the whole bag or half a bag. So pay attention to it. So these are the like diets and protocols that I've found to be very effective with me and in research as well. So the first one is flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros. All the diet you see on the internet is mostly to do with this one. It's basically any food you eat, like Caribbean diet or Mediterranean diet or anything. So adaptation is right away. You'll not have any trouble adapting to it. The second one, which I do, is intermittent fasting. You basically don't eat for 12 hours, or 18 hours, or 24 hours. You might think, oh, that's crazy. But if you think about in the Stone Age, you basically didn't have a fridge to open and eat all the time. So you fasted when you were hungry, you went hunting, you got the meat, you ate it, and then again you go back to fast. So it's very effective. It gives you a lot of growth hormone in your body, which is basically the fountain of youth. You will look younger, and also when you have excess of growth hormone, it replaces your old cells, and you would basically be younger. Second thing is neuroplasticity, meaning your brain is like clay. Whatever information you take in, you can change your brain structure and mindset. That's really good. And third is insulin optimization. You are less likely to develop diabetes. Not safe for women because it messes up with their hormones. So what is prescribed is doing on alternate days. And on this diet, it's usually like you can eat anything in that 8 hour period that you're eating, which I used to do. Like, but if you are very careful, you can combine with that with a very healthy diet. Uh, and the third one is a ketogenic diet. You have to literally give up your social life for this. It's hard, but it's very, very, very effective. Sorry. So what you do is like 5% will be from carbs. That's green leafy vegetables. 20% will be coming from protein, and 75% is fats. It's cancer proof. It's impossible to be fat. Brain feels like it's running on steroids. Its brain activity is awesome. If you want to do studies or anything, it's just amazing. But the adaptation time is hard. Like it might take 2 weeks, or I mean 2 months to adapt. It's just otherwise you during that adaptation time you'll have headaches and low energy. Yeah, it's not good for a very active health style also. Uh, so simply when you're cooking meals or when you're going to restaurants, this is a good guide that you can follow. So half a plate would be vegetables, one fourth will be protein, one fourth will be starch. And okay, I given you this guide. Now don't go and buy a bigger plate. If you are a smaller person, stick to smaller slice plates. Um, and this is like measuring the food that you're going to eat. So again, a fistful of rice, pasta, palm of meat, handful of raisins and nuts, and all that stuff. So um, yeah, you knew this. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, you need to get your ass off and work out. Yes, so exercise is important. So the best thing to do is high intensity interval training. That's for weight loss. What it means is you run for 20 seconds and then you walk for 10 seconds. So this can be combined with circuit training also, like weights and everything. Otherwise, you can prefer cardio, taking your dog for a walk or walk with your girlfriend. You can meet like-minded people there. You can talk to people on the park. Commute to work with cycle or walking. And exercise really helps you to be happy. It releases endorphins and also makes your brain really neuroplastic. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my presentation with very like 10 commandments. So thou shalt abandon fast food, thou shalt not drink soda. Yeah, I know you ate pizza, you traitors. Thou shalt not foster bad feelings about food, meaning that you shouldn't consider every food is bad and stop eating everything and become like anorexics or anything. thou shall limit the number of times you eat out weekly because you basically can't count the calories there. So thou shall not hunger lead to bad meal choices. So understand that you're going to be hungry and plan accordingly what you're going to eat. Carry food with you. Thou shall not use highly processed ingredients to make meals. That's because it's gonna taste so well, good, or it's gonna have a lot of additives in it. It's gonna damage your health. And when you switch back to whole ingredients, it might not be tasting that good. You're gonna get addicted. Thou shall not let one food item limit your chances of losing weight. This could be something like a chocolate or an ice cream that's staying in your fridge and you go intermittently and keep eating that. I do that. And thou shall not let any food commercials or fad diet dictate what you eat. You might see a lot of new diets or crazy new things coming up, but as long as that fits into that chart I was showing, like calorie balance and everything, it will work. Otherwise, it's basically not going to work. You don't have to keep jumping between uh, diets. Thou shall make peace with your cravings, meaning cravings are going to happen. Understand that. Drink some water. Understand. Think whether it was whether you were thirsty or hungry, and then deal with it. Thou shalt learn to celebrate food. So whole food is not as good as processed food. Yeah, so you need to enjoy cooking and finding good food for yourself. Okay, to wind up, I'm gonna tell you like Eric was talking about cleaning. So you clean your kitchen and cook your food there. Uh, Trust yourself that you can do it, like Rashid was telling, and be a leader. Take action, mentor someone, inspire your friends, and also, if you have kids, show them that this can be done, and food is great. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and that is a link if you want to download. Also, I have a QR code if you have smartphones to do that. Any questions? All right. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. I'll let Caroline finish. Thank you.